Hello, we're back for more Daily Race B. Well, it's our first go this week. We're at Lago Maggiore this week in Group 3 cars. Using the Nissan GTRs, a couple of decent cars this week. Missed Sunday, unfortunately. But that would have been Carnage anyway. So hopefully these will go a bit better. I did do a couple of races yesterday, but they were both absolute carnage. It's a really short race. It's only 4 laps. So it's, it's carnage. It's going to be carnage again. Hey, Body Snatcher, how's it going? Yeah, okay. We have got a minute and a bit left until the next race. So I may as well jump in and get a couple of practice laps in. Or a lap. I'm not even going to get a full lap in. So our time is 1:55.841 for this one. Which is... where are we? 332nd. That's not too bad. It's a tricky combo, this one. It's quite a tricky circuit, and Group 3 cars. We're on the medium tyres, and that's pretty hot. That's pretty tricky as well. It's quite slidey. So yeah, it's very easy to spin out, as you will probably see in some of the races. That is likely to happen. I don't even think we're going to get in for a lap. Oh, SR and DR, where are we up to? DR is very low, because like I said, I had a couple of races and I finished last in both of them, because I got punted off. And our SR took a bit of hammering in one of those as well. Because I got into a bit of a sandwich with a couple of other cars. I got a 5-second penalty for it. But anyway. Not that we're going to get much go of this, but I am running on +5 on the brake balance, so I'll probably use +4 in the races, because when the tyres start to wear. Hey, Indian Stick, how's it going? Very good, dude. Bet you've got a good time on this. You're usually really quick. This bit is especially tricky. Got to be really gentle on the throttle with this thing. And that's all we get for the practice. No pressure. Oh, we're second. Hey Ben, how's it going, dude? So we are second tonight. I didn't expect that. A couple of races I had yesterday was full of A+ guys, so I was way down the pack. 3/10's quicker than this. We've got a couple of SRAs, so this is going to be a bit dodgy, I think. Is there anyone we know? Venom's usually not too bad. Everyone else is pretty low down. Hey Richard Leonardo, how's it going? Alright, first race. From those comments it sounds like there's been afters going on before. Smoke and Scan Detroit. Thanks for the sub, much appreciated. Oh, this is going to be carnage, isn't it? 4 laps. It's going to be... there's a lot of push to pass, I think, in this one. Still, we'll see how we get on. Like I say, I'll go with a +4, because when the brake starts to... when the tyres start to wear, +5's a bit slidey, I think. No idea when I'm going to brake for this first corner. Pessimistic, it's experience. Yeah, I'm starting second. No idea where to brake for this first corner, but we'll see how we do. Right, let's have a go. Ferrari behind me is going to have good acceleration. Okay, it's not there. That is not the braking point. See what I mean? It's kind of push to pass. Everyone just shoves into you. And there's going to be a ton of people who'll dive up the inside now. Just right across the front of the car. What was that? Car's behind it, I'll catch up a bit now. I had to lift. Back end of the car slipped. But yeah, it's very much dive bomb central, this. Got a good launch out there anyway. Try and catch up with these a bit. Very easy to get a penalty on this bit. It's going to take me a couple of races to get back on the pace, I think. That's a very tricky corner as well. Very easy to lose it. Hopefully I escaped the penalty there. Managed to do it flat anyway. Looks like someone did get a penalty. Got to watch out for that gravel as well. If that grabs you, you're done for. Hey, hello, how's it going? Well, we have gained a bit. And we've left the pack behind, which is good. Thanks everyone for popping in, by the way. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Consider subscribing if you're new, of course. Purple sector. Promising. Got to get very close to get a penalty on there. Now we're gaining. Someone's in the gravel. That was a bit risky, to be honest. Probably cost me a quick lap. I've not tried race A, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not, the Red Bull cars, I'm not a massive fan of the open wheeled stuff. So yeah, I tend to stick to race B most weeks. It was just race A last week because race B was awful. Come on, make the corner. There we go, though, Bam. Thanks for popping in. Purple sector again. This guy behind is catching. Hey Nathan, that'd be good. Ah, it's a penalty. Wow, got away with it. I thought it was a penalty for sure. Nice barge through there. There's a lot of that. The only thing about that is there's never a gap there, because I'm always going to close that gap off, but they always die for it anyway. This is an AS lobby. Yeah, top 5, decent first result. I thought it'd go a lot worse than that, especially given the start. Save the replay for that. So we gained the SR and DR, so that's not too bad. Svenham did well. It's messed up that first corner, unfortunately. Yeah, pretty good for the first one. Not bad at all. Leandro Baptiste, how's it going? That's it though, it's only 4 laps, so you tend to find that everyone's really aggressive in this. Cheers, Porsche. Yes, it is Gran Turismo. It's to be expected, because the game doesn't punish anyone for doing it, so it is the way it is. Right, I need some practice laps. Let's queue up and get a couple of practice laps in with the Ghost. See if we can improve our time any. So we're on a 1:55.841 at the moment, is our current time. Managed to sneak into the 1:55s, which currently puts us as 332nd in the GTR, which is okay. I'll take that. Hey, Lightfree. I've played it, well, a couple of years, but I've been in AS for a long time. It's just quite difficult to get to A+. You've got to kind of proper grind the races to get to A+, really. Unless you're that much faster than everyone else and can just win all the races. But there's no real set time, it's different for everyone. I've known some people who can get to A+ in a week. Not a massive fan of EA Sports FC. or Metal Gear for that matter. I play the finals a fair bit. Did play a bit of COD, but kind of got bored of COD. It's just getting a bit silly now. Well, I don't really use a wheel, so I tend to stick with a controller. I'm sure I'll get a wheel at some point, but you don't really need one to be quick on Gran Turismo. It's more for the immersion and the fun of it, I guess. Oh, a little bit wide. I grew up in Liverpool, Barry. Just lots of practice. If you follow look at the replays of the top drivers each week on the leaderboards and follow a ghost like this, kind of learn what they're doing differently and try and copy it. And eventually you kind of, well, get better. Porsche GT, how's it going? Very good. Because when I was first playing it, and I was in like DRC. So obviously I was in D, then I got into C. And when I first was in C, it was like everyone was too fast. I thought, I'm never going to be able to keep up with any of these. And exactly the same when I got into to B. I thought, there's no way I'm going to keep up with these people. And same again with A. And you tend to bounce around. Over time, with practice, you get quicker. And it's trying to practice. The thing to remember is you want to try and practice the things you're not good at. If you just keep doing the stuff you are good at and the stuff you like, you're not going to get that much better. Well, you will a bit. Getting better at the stuff you're not good at is how you improve. That's why I set the ghost a little bit ahead. Because if it goes right on top of me, then it's really distracting, but I don't mind it there. Hey, Race 51, how's it going? There's that as well, yeah. Pick your battles. But that's kind of more racecraft, I guess, than just speed. You know, if someone's going to punt you off for a position, let them have it. It's better to finish one place down than be facing backwards in the gravel. Daily Race A, it varies, to be honest. Race A, people tend to be a bit more gung-ho. Because SR never used to be on, but it is now. Sorry, DR has been on the last couple of weeks. Oop, missed the braking. I don't know, because it's ranked multiplayer, so... A lot of people like leagues. They don't play the sport mode, they just get into a league. And then you can race with other people who are more likely to give you a clean race. And teach you stuff as well, so... Finding leagues and stuff is quite good for some people. They find that better. I mean, it's whatever works for different people. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. Hey, Top Smoke, how's it going? Very good. Oh, wrong gear. Group 3 cars are super slidey though, even on the medium tyres. I try to race clean in this, because I guess because I'm streaming it, you're generally under slightly more scrutiny, so... I'm trying to finish with positive DR most of the time, rather than worrying about getting wins and stuff. But you can see the margins between sort of the time I get. And this car's like the tops car. And I'm pretty close to it for most of the lap. It's just little things like they get on the power slightly quicker. I messed that corner up. Totally messed that corner up. Yeah, BMW's pretty decent. I mean, if you look at the leaderboard, that's always a good indicator of what are the best cars for a particular race and circuit. But then there's the can you drive it is the tricky bit. Because if the BMW is the quickest, but if you try and drive the BMW you end up spinning out and facing backwards all the time, then maybe try a different car. You know, if you can't control it, then it's not going to be fast for you. Pick one slightly further down the leaderboard that you can drive well. Because I often struggle with the BMW for the grip on it. The back end, it's got loads of torque in third gear, so it can quite easily spin out. How much time do you get a day on it? I don't play every day. I'll play when I'm streaming. Similar place to before. I'll tend to play it on a Monday to get some practice in for the race. So I'll do some laps. And I'll play it when I'm streaming, and then little bits in between, depending on how much I need to get a faster time. And also doing gameplay for videos and stuff. So I don't cane it, and I play other games too. +5 I'm using because it works quite well for this car for me. I tend to use +4 in the race though, because when the +5, the back end can slide a little bit, which can help the rotation, but it's tricky. You can easily slide it out under braking. So because the tyres get worn in this, because they're on mediums, I'll use +4 in the race. Capturing Baker? No, I don't think it is. It was one I did, so I don't think it's public. I mean, it's a game, isn't it? Not a massive amount, no. I'll play it, yeah. I'll a few hours away. You know, I'm streaming it. Alright, Roses. Yes. Also available on TikTok. Yeah, I don't play it as much as some people who stream it. I'd go nuts if I played this all night every night. I'm quite limited for the time I get. That was a bit better. Nearly spun out. First corner. He's determined to get past. I'll put in a good few hours to practice for the quali time. Well, a couple of hours anyway. Guy behind's flashing me and I don't know why. He's very keen to get past. He's going to dive on the inside. He's gone a bit far. He's going to have dirty tyres. Playing guides, Gran Turismo 7 on PS5. I had a feeling that was going to happen. No, it's not on Xbox. It's only on PlayStation. Very dirty tyres. And my car is wrecked. Ah, that's it. Penalty. People just don't brake. Hey, kiddo. What, from like 4th down to down to 13th in like 2 corners. That's pretty much how this race goes, though, unfortunately. Essentially that, and the game doesn't punish it, so people do it. You can sideswipe someone off the track, and you won't get a penalty for it in this. In fact, it's only if you ram someone at like 100 miles an hour up the back end and send them flying off the track, then you'll get a penalty. But saying that, you'll also get a penalty if someone else rams into them and they go in front of you and you accidentally crash into them. Then you'll get the penalty and not the person who hit them. Yeah, the penalty system in this is terrible. Especially at this level, because everyone knows how to game it, so... My tyres are quite worn. It's Jerry, it's Gran Turismo 7 on PlayStation 5. It gives you penalties for track limits quite easily. If you go over the track limits, you'll always get a penalty. It's the contact penalties that are lacking. Because the game can have really strict penalties. And it can also have permanent damage as well. Yeah, the Sport mode is very similar to GT Sport. You tend to find there's quite a few people have gone from this to LMU. You know, if you've got a decent PC, people have started playing that because they're getting a bit fed up with how this races. I mean, it's cleaner than Forza was, or is. But then saying that, it's only marginally better than GTA 5. You love Roblox. Oh, good for you. Alvaro, how's it going? Thanks for the sub, much appreciated. Yeah, penalty systems need much improvement. Plain Guy, thanks for the sub. It is, but it gives you a chance to practice, doesn't it? And Ziffy as well. Thanks for the sub. I mean, it's one of the, it doesn't quite have the variety of the online that Forza have got. Forza have more races, but then if you have too many races, you obviously don't. Your matchmaking suffers. So at least with this, you generally the matchmaking is really, really good. You know, you tend to race with people of a similar skill level. I'm not sure who it was who launched me off the track. Sennheiser, enjoy it. Yes, I do like Sennheiser headphones. Sennheiser were nice enough to send these headphones to me. Yeah. Yeah, the HD 550s. Very nice they are too. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that's one thing they could add is championship races. That'd be nice. Like multi-race championships. Maybe in the next one. The lobby systems, it's quite basic. You know, you can set races up, but it's very laggy. The daily races run much better than the lobbies do. I used to do the occasional lobby. So when we used to know what the races were going to be a couple of days before the Monday, because they reset on a Monday for those who don't know. Monday morning is when the daily races reset. And there used to be someone like who did data mining and stuff, and he'd find out what the races were a couple of days earlier. So I'd often do lobbies to practice on a Sunday night, the race, just to get a bit of a head start on it, and it was fun. But it was so laggy. It wasn't worth doing in the end. I mean, with Forza, it does some things really well. Some things it does way better than this. Like the tuning. The tuning system in Forza is far better than this. And the fact that you can save tunes and share them. That is really nice. Didn't get the ghost up, did I? That's really good. I quite like the variety of tracks in Forza, that's quite nice. And the variety of the multiplayer is okay. Glax, thanks for the sub, much appreciated. Yeah, Forza does some things right and some things not so well. But then this is the same. It does some things really well and other things not so good. I still think, despite its faults, this is probably the best online racing on console. I'm not a huge fan of ACC. Apart from the fact it's terrible on a controller, but it's not really designed for that. I don't know, something about ACC, I just can't get on with it. And the multiplayer is awful. Just doesn't have the player base. Because Gran Turismo this, GT7 Sport Mode, has more players on it than pretty much all the PC sims put together, including iRacing. You know, you can get 40, 50,000 people a week setting a time just for Daily Race B. Not to mention the people who do the time trials. There's generally a lot more people do the weekly time trials than there are do the races. And it's only a minority of the player base who do sport mode. So, yeah, the player base, the size of it for Gran Turismo is absolutely massive. Hey, Lipper. Well, this is quite a good track. It's a tricky track. It's quite a technical one. And this is a fictional track in Gran Turismo. That's quite a good mix of fictional tracks and real tracks. And the fictional ones are generally quite good. There's that new NASCAR game coming out, isn't there? That the iRacing devs are doing. Yeah, they're not really interested though. And Polyphony Digital very much do their own thing. They don't really care what anyone else is doing. It's like Kaz has his vision for the game, and that's pretty much what they follow. It'll be interesting to see what happens. We've got Rennsport coming in September. Yeah, Rennsport's coming in September, which isn't massively popular on PC, but it might be good to have an alternative on console. You've got Project Motor Racing. That's supposed to be out sometime. Again, that's coming to consoles. Seto Course Evo will come to consoles eventually. Be a while off that, I think. And if you like the more arcadey games, which I do as well, there's Recreation coming at some point from some of the ex-Burnout devs. Should be good. Wreckfest 2 should be out next year on console. There's that one Nacon are doing, the Endurance Racing series. That's kind of part racing game, part management game. So that looks interesting. I think that should be out soonish. I should hopefully get my hands on most of those. To stream at some point. So I've even streamed through Motorfest before. I do enjoy that. I do like the arcade games. I always used to play all the arcade stuff, like Need for Speed and things like that. So this kind of more realistic type racing, only really done since I got this. Too wide. Thought I hadn't turned early enough for that. No iRacing. Well, iRacing isn't on console for a start, and it's quite expensive to play. Okay. Hey, Catch, how's it going? Yeah, it is a good track, this, and even in reverse it's decent. Because we had it in reverse a little while back. Yeah, PD have got tons of options for the daily races in this, but they just don't use them. And I think a lot of that is it's not what the player base actually wants. Because you'll get, you know, obviously the people who do the streaming and the hardcore races will all be like, you know, we want super long endurance races and we want weather and we want tuning and all this kind of stuff. But then when they put races in with tuning and weather and stuff like that, not as many people play it because it's harder. So I think PD have figured out that they want it to be accessible, so they just put in the tracks that people like to race on. Group 3 and Group 4. They've made Group 3 and Group 4 easier to drive than it used to be. So they've essentially dumbed it down for what the majority want. Which, you know, that's what they're interested in. I don't think I've ever done brands in reverse on this. They tend to only do reverse on the fictional tracks mostly. Right, let's see if we get punted off again. It's this guy, Mogo, who's right on my tail for most of it. Cheers, Catch. We're going to need it, I think, after the races we've had so far. I'm trying to think, have they done any real tracks in reverse on this? I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Like the fictional tracks, they do it all the time. I never really thought about that. I think this is actually better in reverse. This one. It's one of the few tracks that plays better in reverse. Because the tricky bit in the middle is easier. Indeed, Barry. We'll see how it goes. Thanks everyone for popping in, by the way. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Consider subscribing if you are new, of course. I tend to stream a few times a week. We're streaming in vertical and horizontal, so if you prefer one or the other, check the link in the description. Should get you to the other one. And chat goes between both, so you don't miss anything. Nope, he's gone. He put a tyre on the grass. This is going to be tricky now. Got to be quite careful about turning in points on this. Oh, okay. I mean, there's never going to be a gap there. And you get like the guy before trying to pass through there. You basically just mess both your laps up if you try and pass through that bit. It messes your lap up and the other person. So don't try and overtake through that section. Just hang on the coattails of the other one. Yeah, you don't really need first on that one. I mean, if I overdo it, like completely overshoot, then I'll use first. But second is sufficient. Generally, anyway. So Roses is catching up. Yeah, people just go for it. I mean, it's not just the lower categories, this is an AS lobby. And people just don't seem to get it. There's areas where it makes sense and areas where it doesn't. Yeah, the guy in first is rapid. Just about made it through there to lift a tiny bit. Yeah, exactly that, bump. And this section, you don't want to overtake through here either. That was lucky. Totally messed that corner up. Car behind overcooked it. Hey Laney. Hey Viking Gaming, how's it going? Are you good, guys? Thanks for popping in. Come on, mate, turn. There we go. He's going to try and go for the move up the inside on this. Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Fair play, you got round the outside. Good move. Still, take a podium. That's not bad. That's my driver rating. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Actually, a relatively decent race. Cheers for the GGs. Did we get a clean race? Yes, we did. Excellent stuff. That'll get our SR back up a bit. Hey, Sack. How's it going? Got a few taps in that, but mostly alright. It's not really. A+ is the top rank. There isn't any in this lobby, though. Gone from driver rating C to B. Well, yeah, that's pretty good going then. Nicely done. Hell let it loose. Oh, okay. Seen a few people streaming that recently. Was it Will from work? Didn't he stream it the other day? Or did a video on it anyway. Hell let loose. I've seen Jack Frags do it a few times. Right, let's queue up. I've not played it myself though. Yes, it is, Ross. It's PS5. It's Gran Turismo 7. I tend not to do the light free, the nations and manufacturers, because the times are weird. When you get into A or A+, you only get 3 slots to do it in, which are like 6, 8, and 10. 6, 8, and 10 PM UK time. It was during the daytime during a while. Yeah, there's S. You don't see them very often though. They tend to preserve their ratings and do second accounts. You very rarely see an S. You do on the US servers, I've noticed. I've played on the US servers a few times and often been in a race with an S driver. One of the South American countries. My PSN pops up, but it's set, so people have to be friends of friends to send me an account. Send me in a friends request. Because otherwise I just get inundated. Not the best first corner. Actually, I'll put that screen back on for the racing. Someone did actually get to the World Finals on controller as well. Although, they made him use a wheel. R.I.P. Mind you, the driving in some of the World Tour races isn't exactly the cleanest. But they have real stewards to pull them up on it. ABR plays. There's a couple of decent races. Yeah, the community's really good for Gran Turismo. You'll tend to find that a lot of people pop in each other's streams, say hello, and give a bit of support. It's really, really good for that. And even the likes of Super GT and stuff like, will come in. I've had Super GT in the chat a couple of times. Even he checks out smaller streamers. It's really good. Yeah, I've seen people do custom lobbies with that kind of thing. Oh, nearly. Nearly too wide. He usually does donos as well. I think the first ever donation I got on a stream was off Steve. It's tricky A+, isn't it, like that? I mean, a daily race D, I think, would be a good idea. He has popped in on a daytime stream, but he's generally in bed at the time I stream. It's too late for Rory. And he's on holiday at the moment, anyway. But he has come in occasionally if I've done like a daytime stream, which doesn't happen very often, but no, never a key in. I don't think he'd be interested. That's the best way to be like free. Yeah, and Rory's up like stupidly early. And obviously goes to bed early, but then he's got young kids, hasn't he? So that tends to be the way of things for people with young kids. He's probably one of the hardest working people on YouTube, and that's probably why he's so successful. You know, he puts more hours into this than probably anyone else. So he's worked hard for it. Cheers, Harvey. Thanks for popping in, dude. I mean, he drives that well. He is pretty quick. I mean, he's not the fastest. You don't have to be the fastest. I mean, it helps. It's obviously Sparks is really fast. And his streams are very lively as well. Oops. Messed that up. Yeah, enjoying the game is the thing. You know, if you don't enjoy it, then it's no point. Whoops. Anthony John, no, this isn't. This is a fictional track in Gran Turismo 7. Based around Lago Maggiore in Italy. Red Bull Ring is not as interesting as this, unfortunately. Yes, I suppose. That is a good way of describing it. But Sparks is outrageously fast as well. Yeah, he's more likely to bin it because he's concentrating on what he's doing with the stream. He puts that much energy into the stream, it's difficult to put the concentration into the race as well. But if he's not streaming, it's like stupidly quick. That's a penalty, isn't it? I'd say speed-wise, I'm probably just slightly behind Rory at the moment. I used to be miles behind, but I've kind of caught up a bit. For quality times, anyway. I'm usually just slightly behind him. But he's much better at racing. Cheers, Harvey. I'll check that out at some point, because it's I've got all that turned off at the moment. Right, so who have we got in tonight? It's same again, pretty much. Hopefully another decent race. Yeah, slightly. Like with the quali laps, I'd be more. My times would be a bit quicker on the quali laps. Because I'm concentrating on chat and racing at the same time, so you lose a bit of pace. And it's trying to remember to not read the chat when you're on a bend, which I do sometimes and come flying off. If you've got a friend who's already on my friends list, then yeah, it's a He does play a lot, yeah, he puts the hours in. But he's been really fast for a long time. I've kind of caught up over time. Nearly forgot the radar then. Definitely need the radar on this one. And there's a lot of very, very fast controller players on this game. Some, like, you know, regular top 50 type players. Yeah, Calster's quick. And Sammy Snake as well. He's quick with a wheel, and I think he's pretty much as quick on a controller as well. And Tisney, obviously, you know, he's ridiculously quick. And he is just as quick on a controller. Almost. Car in front slid a bit, so we're going to catch him up. Alex, why no wheel? I do okay on the controller, so it's not really a priority, the wheel. Could have done without that little bump. Yeah, I've heard that. I don't have it that high. I have mine on 5. Oh, Mogo. Interesting. What is going on there? Top 5 tracks? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I like this one. I like Spa. I like Red Bull Ring. Interlagos is a good circuit. I like Laguna Seca. Well, that was Tom's... I got 2 seconds for that. For being smashed. Somebody hit me and I got 2 seconds. What was that for? The short layout or the reverse for this one? Aha! Hey Ryan, how's it going? That's quite annoying because we'd have probably got past these. Probably going to lose about 4 seconds with a 2-second penalty. No, it's a cat mine. It's the Black Cat. It's Jimster-71 on PSN. Right, we're 8th, so we might gain DR. Yeah, that's about right. Eventful races. Cheers. Well, that's an improvement. Someone's got a penalty. But it didn't count on this lap. So if I can get within a second of him. Bonus. Could be on for 4th here. Third! Wow! I'll tell you that. Well, there's a finish. I'll have that. That wasn't a bad comeback. Gifted a couple of places. That's the 2 seconds I lost before. He gave it me back at the end. And a fastest lap as well. That's what we want. Fastest lap to claim a podium at the end. Yeah, it's tricky on first. Alright, what time are we on? Alright, I'll do one more, because the races are short. We lost SR, though, because we got that 2 second penalty. Cheers for the GGs. I'll check after the stream. How much damage has that done to our SR? Oh my god. It's really... our SR's been absolutely hammered in this week. Because it was maxed out yesterday. This is like just the couple of races yesterday and the races today. Our driver rating is still clinging on. Pace is there though. Which is good. What's my favourite track? There's loads of good tracks. I don't have a favourite. There's a few combos that come up and I'm going, oh yeah, I'll do that. And there's other combos that come up that I absolutely hate. It's probably easier to name tracks I don't like. So I'm not a big fan of Le Mans. In this anyway. In this, it's basically just bump drafting the whole time. I've never really been a massive fan of the Nordschleifer. Because it's just too long to do anything proper with it. I haven't got time to learn that. This is called Lago Maggiore, with my terrible Italian pronunciation. It's a fictional track based around, well, in Italy, I suppose, Lago Maggiore. That's an actual lake in Italy. And they've set a fictional track around it. And it's a very good track. It's one good thing with Gran Turismo, all the fictional tracks are good fun to race on. Yeah, no, I've never taken the time to learn it. It's just... I'm sure I'll have to at some point. Yeah, I'll lose too much time. I'd need to go turn in first and then change up to third to get the pull away. So first is only for emergencies. Hey Janky. That was a horrible angle. To be honest, I've never raced on Daytona that much. It doesn't appear in Daily B very often. It tends to always be at A or C, and I tend to do mostly race B. Just because it fits in well with the streams I do. Race B is a good length that I can get a decent number of them in. And also, my concentration is terrible, so trying to concentrate for a long lap is difficult. Long race. Harris, yes, I'm on controller. Yeah, the DualSense is very, very good on this. Kato, how's it going? From sunny Japan, I am reckoning, by the name and it being morning. This lap's been a bit messy. Hey Zephyr, practice mostly. Yeah, I'm not doing anything weird. I don't really have any secret hacks or tricks. Sensitivity is on like 5, so it's nothing any untoward with that. All the vibrations and everything are turned on because it helps you know what the car's doing. Slightly off the track there. I do have a PS4. I still have one. It's currently, the PS4 is still sat under the TV. I mean, I didn't mind the DualShock. It broke a lot. I felt like I was always taking the DualShock to pieces to put spare parts in it. With the DualSense, the only issue I've had with the DualSense is I've had stick drift a couple of times, and it's gone back to Sony, and I've got it replaced. But yeah, the thumbsticks and the triggers and everything used to go on the DualShock. The quality of it was terrible. But DualSense is far better. I mean, build quality-wise, the Xbox controller's alright, but the feedback's terrible. Yeah, I know a lot of people like wheels for the immersion, but I'm much slower. I do have a Thrustmaster T150, which is pretty basic, and I get better feedback through the DualSense. So I'm a couple of seconds a lap slower on the Thrustmaster wheel, the T150. I've never tried a direct drive one. Maybe I'll get used to one of them one day and get quicker. No, I tend not to do F1. I don't really follow F1, so I think if I followed F1, I'd probably give the F1 game a go. But I don't. And the online racing for that looks horrendous, judging by Steve's video. How old is your controller, lady? See, if it's less than a year, get it back to Sony. I had a really weird bug on mine. It wasn't properly stick drift. It was related to stick drift. I'd be turning left. It was on stream, I noticed it. I was turning left, and then the controller would blip to the right, and it'd mess up my corners. And I couldn't get a decent qualifying time because it kept moving the controller in the opposite direction. So I had to send that back to Sony. Ah, it's a shame. Yeah. I mean, the single player on F1 looks kind of fun, but yeah, I don't think I'd buy it. As I was saying before, there's some of the racing games coming out this year. Excuse me. Some of the racing games coming out, like Rennsport, that Endurance Racing Championship, or Endurance Racing Series, which I should hopefully get copies of, so I can stream them. What else? Recreation from the old Burnout devs. I'll play that. Give that a go on stream. Wreckfest 2 when that comes to console. Ah, right, yeah, I can imagine that's really annoying. These deliveries. Oh, this is what happens. I stay on late enough that everyone else goes to bed, so I get pole position. But I'm in a B lobby, so if I don't finish in top 3, I'm going to lose DR. Hey, Brad. What rank are you? I mean, if you race EU servers and you're in DRA, there's a fair chance we'll get in a race at some point. I do race on the US servers occasionally. Not very often these days, but if it's a really, really dodgy combination and I'm going to kill me DR or SR, then I might race on the US servers. Trying to get E. You can't actually get to E. Once you're in D, that's as low. Once you've done your first 5 races and you've got out of DRE, you can't get back into it. I've been there. You get stuck at the bottom of D. SR, you could probably get back to E if you really tried. If you played it like GTA 5, you might get your SR down to E. But then you wouldn't be able to get your DR out very far. Yeah, in the lower DRs, it's best to just concentrate on staying out of trouble. Don't worry about finishing first. As long as you're in the top half of the lobby, you should be fine. Just keep out of trouble. And, you know, try not to crash into people and things like that. It was good fun, that race last week. Really enjoyed that Lancia race. I had a really good quali time as well. Right. Overcook that first corner. Got to be so gentle on the throttle through there, as you can probably see. That was a rubbish corner. Fair play to the car behind, though. He did actually slow down. Cheers, Barry. I've had to do second accounts a few times, so I thought I'd document it. Need to follow this guy and keep a bit of a gap. How to go faster? Watch the replays of the top times and follow some of the ghosts just to see what they do differently to you. And try and copy them. It's just learning from the people who are faster than you, generally. And practice. I mean, lap guides can help. Because I've done some lap guides in the past, and Tisney's lap guides are always decent. But the thing you've got to be careful with following lap guides from people dead fast, like Tisney and some of the others, is that whatever braking point they say in their lap guides, move your braking point back at a car length. Because they're using trail braking and everything like that, so they can brake much later than people who are using the lap guides generally. You know, if you're as fast as Tidney, you don't need a lap guide. So yeah, just back the braking markers up a bit, and you should be golden. Hopefully that wasn't a penalty. That must have been... yeah, I thought so. Cut it too much. I might get lucky here because the guy behind's losing a lot of time. Yeah, we might get away with this. Purple layer sector. Game of Gods Assemble, how are you? Oh my god, that was horrible. I forgot I was carrying nowhere near enough speed. Should have hit the brakes way later than that. Just gotta not do anything stupid now. And I hope the car behind doesn't do anything stupid either. Might have got away with that one. Yeah, that was alright. A little bit slow through there, but quicker than the guy behind. Guy behind's pushing too hard. Oh, is that a penalty? That must have been close. No, we're good. Yeah, another lap. I always do that, Barry. The number of times I've let off the gas and it's still a lap left. Well, considering we had a penalty, I'm quite happy with this. As long as the guy behind doesn't try anything stupid, but he's too far away. Let's make it nice and sure. No penalty on that last corner. That guy in first was rapid. That'll do. 2 podiums on the bounce. That'll good way to finish. Nice clean race. Nice pass from the guy in first, and he did well. Anti-clockwise always makes me laugh, that name. Cheers for the GGs. This thing is so funny. Pole position and clean race. The only thing we missed out on fastest lap. Gamer Gods Assemble, thanks for the sub. Much appreciated, dude. Right. So that went alright. Cheers, Nick. Right, that was the last race for me tonight, but we've got a couple of roulettes to open. Because we always, traditional round here, is we always check the roulettes before we finish. We've got 3 of them tonight. Because I missed Sunday's stream. So we've got driver rating, we've recovered it a tiny bit. Sportsmanship rating, we are halfway. So that's coming back as well. Ideally, if I can get driver rating around the middle of A, and obviously sportsmanship maxed out, that would be good. Which race do you get the most money? Have a look at the circuit experiences. You can earn loads of money doing the circuit experiences, and you get better at the game. Obviously, do the menu books because that unlocks the multiplayer and it unlocks the circuit, so you can do circuit experiences. But the circuit experience, if you can get gold, most of them are worth 1 million credits or more. So it's a really good way. You can only do each of them once. You can only earn the money once. But yeah, getting gold on the circuit experiences gets you better at the game and loads of money. That would be my recommendation for that. And then once you've done that, there'll be some various money grinds that are around at the time. Right, so we've got 3 and 2 4s. Let's see what we get. Yeah, it's level 50 collector level. Oh, that drill roll's a bit slow. Don't know why that was so slow. Yeah, weekly challenges are over credits. Oh, the time trial. Obviously, the weekly time trial. It's worth 2 million credits if you finish in the right at the top, but even if you don't, it's generally worth 500,000 or 250. I think it's quite generous for 250,000 if you do that. The time trial in sport mode, you need to unlock menu book 9 to unlock multiplayer. Go in sport mode, there's time trial, which I'll show you in a sec actually. And then that's a good way of earning cash. Ah, oh, what a tease. Who was that? I don't need that. I'm gonna have to sell. I'll see if I can sell it. I might already have one. I'm sure I've got a basic Sirocco. Alright, one more. Let's see what this is. I mean, that'll do. It could have been worse. That was the middling price. So that could have been much worse. Let's see if I can sell that car. Let me just show you where the time trials are. These. Various people do lap guides. Have a go. What was it? If you get within 10% of the top time, you can get 250,000 credits. And in this, you've got, what, 8 seconds? 7 seconds? Different? Yeah, 7 seconds slower than the top time. Pretty much anyway. Surely, with a bit of practice. Just as I think. Hey, Nick. I tend not to play mobile stuff, really. keep them, because some of them are quite good for money grinds that people come up with, especially something like the Tomahawk, you know, the faster cars. And don't sell them as well, because you need them to get your collector level up. So the more cars you get, it's your collector level, and you want to try and get that to level 50. Like I say, so you can sell cars like this. Hopefully, I don't sell lots of Sirocco. Let's see. How many have I got? Number of cars owned. Yes, I've got 2 Sirocco, so I can flog one. I quite like the blue one. Sell away one. Oh, wow. 200. Right at the top of the valuation. So that ticket worked out alright. It's got 23 grand for it. Yeah, and the world circuits, the circuit experiences are just in here. So when you unlock a circuit, circuit experience. So I've got gold on all the circuit sections for that. And it pays out. It doesn't say anymore because I've done it, but I think it was probably worth over $1 million credits. It could have been even more. Could have been 2 million for completing that. Mind is all in my golden. Yes, mind is. I do plenty of puzzle stuff, and obviously doing this keeps me awake. Yeah, so stuff like that. They're a really good way of making money. And as Laney said, weekly challenges, you often get tickets and cash for doing those. I tend not to bother with them because I'm not a massive fan of the single player. I only did the single player in so much as I needed to get the platinum trophy for this. But anyway, right, that's enough waffling from me. That's it for me now, Nick. It's nearly 10 to 1 in the UK, and I've got work tomorrow. And I've still got to take the dog out. So, yeah, that's it for me for tonight. I'll be back on Thursday for more Daily Race B. See if we can keep pushing up towards better on DRA, as long as the pace stays there. Some more of those races like the end. That'd do. So, yeah, thanks everyone for popping in. Much appreciated. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subs. If it wasn't for you guys, it'd just be me talking to myself. So, thanks a lot. I will catch you next time. Until then, bye for now.